I'm sorry, if you think that these two are comparable, you need your fucking skull checked. Like, this relativism is so fucking stupid. At the same time that people have literally been fucking murdered by vigilantes who think they're stopping the genocide by targeting two random fucking Israeli, like, low-level staffers, one of whom has a public record which only shows them trying to do fucking tech startups with Palestinians in the West Bank, right? You think this is, like, equal? Fuck off. Actually, fuck off. You can condemn, like, people like Ethan or Destiny for going overboard with a lot of the stuff they do, and I think they do. There's definitely things both of them have done that I do not defend at all. No one is a worse offender than this guy. And if you don't admit that, I'm not taking you seriously. You don't deserve my time or attention. Like, fuck you. If you don't admit that this guy sets the tone for it and does it worse than everyone else, then you're just full of shit. Why not? Might as well make something of it.
Empanada is a known doxer and harasser. If you go on his Twitter account at any time, you could see him doxing people. He's probably the most famous for being the one who claimed he called CPS on Ethan and Gila. He's constantly encouraged and defended people doing it. He literally opened up a CPS merch line because he thinks it's so funny.
We've got a hat. I did CPS. The CPS logo with the two skulls, of course. Two skulls. Not a reference to anything in particular.
He knowingly defames people. In my last video, I pointed out that Bad Empanada
That's me!
constantly claims that Lonerbox's dad was part of a militia group that killed a bunch of civilians. No evidence for it. His response is to give the most forced laugh I've ever heard. And then he just doubles down on—
What is it with fucking Tankies and not being able to be a human being? Like, why? What is this? Like, do they just press a— oh no, I haven't done it. What a human— oh, a human would laugh at this one. Like, why? Why do they always cackle? It's so weird.
Militia group that killed a bunch of civilians. No evidence for it. His response is to give the most forced laugh I've ever heard. And then he just doubles down on everything he made up.
He complains that I called Lonerbox. That I said that Lonerbox's dad participated in the Sabra and Shatila massacre, which he absolutely did, by the way. Lonerbox has never disproven this. Until he disproves it, it's true.
So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that when my—
Are you fucking kidding me? People watch this guy and think he's like a clever person. That's incredible logic, isn't it? He hasn't provided evidence for this negative that I made up. Interesting. Compelling. On a completely unrelated note, I wonder if he did this before or after his daily lashes. For those of you who don't know, Bad Empanada, every morning, this boy wakes up and lashes himself 40 times. Because he's upset that he's not as much of an Arab as I am. It makes him really sad about how white he is. And unless he can prove otherwise, I mean, what am I supposed to say? I can't go that high. Too much testosterone as a teenager.
Lonerbox has never disproven this. Until he disproves it, it's true.
So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that when my dox gets found, Bad Empanada immediately posted everywhere. Uploads a video blasting my name, my bride's name, the address of her wedding, all over the internet. It's also come out that he's swatting people, filing fake police reports, all while plugging his Patreon. So I figured if he's making money off of my dox, I should too. So thank you, Exter, for helping me cope. Do you have a big, fat, bulky wallet that's worn and beat down like this? No. Is your friend or family member living with the same burdens in life? Well, not anymore, because Exker is making the smartest wallets in the game. I've been using Exker for about a month now, and this thing is slick. You got this high quality leather, a place to put a picture or some cash, and at the click of a button, you got access to all your cards. It never gets old. I haven't lost my wallet the entire time because I've been using the Esker Finder card. It's literally shaped like a credit card. It fits seamlessly into my wallet, and like all great wallets, it comes in a variety of different colors and designs. So no matter who you are, you can find the one that suits you. Exter also sent me this travel pack vacuum kit. This little thing's the vacuum. I have this big pile of clothes. I squeezed all of these clothes in. It barely zips up. The vacuum attaches here and boom, it's like 25% of the size. It will fit much better in your suitcase or backpack. From wallets and key cases to backpacks and card trackers, Exter does it all in a stylish and convenient way. So make sure you use code WillyMacShow at partner.exter.com/WillyMacShow 2025 to get up to 42% off your order. Thank you.
Guy's such a married ass random fucking average Joe, isn't he? God.
Exter for sponsoring this video. So where were we? Oh yeah, Bad Empanada fabricating entire background stories about me and my wife.
A certain slop tuber who who does nothing but make videos in which he attacks pro-Palestinian people and de facto, as a result of that, helps to further Israel's genocide in Gaza, has been outed as having been honeypotted by Israel. Israel is literally assigning slop tubers.
By the way, no one helps Israel do crazy shit more than this guy, just so you know, okay? As far as like proportion of their reach, like, again, what's Netanyahu's biggest weapon? What's Netanyahu's biggest weapon for telling people that they have to deny Palestine a state, they have to be strong, they have to be forceful? It's not like racial superiority. They don't use that argument very much. It's not about like blood and soil. It's not about any of that, right? It's mainly, their main motivation is fear. That's how you get Israelis to vote right wing. You convince them that there's no one in the world that will keep you safe, that you've got this bit of land in the world, that's the only place you've got, and if you can't defend that bit of land, you're fucking dead. You're all fucked. You're surrounded on all sides by everyone who wants to kill you, and if they succeed in pushing you out, if you flee, you'll get fucking you'll be a victim of anti-Semitism somewhere else. That's it. That's all it is. No one helps to push that message more than fucking lunatics like this. That's it, right? If you want to convince an Israeli that they have this one place and they have to fight to the fucking death for it, civilian collateral be damned. These are your guys. These are your guys.
Government assigned Israeli wives.
Can you explain how your father helped Israel in the massacre according to your tweet? Yeah, if you go inspect element on a tweet, you can write whatever the fuck you want. Get some fucking media training. That is a fake tweet. I never said that. It doesn't even make sense to anything I've ever said in any of my videos. What are you talking about? No, my dad did not help Israel. The fuck? My dad hates Israel.
Really good at their job, because me and my girl started dating 8 years ago when I was still a nobody on YouTube.
So the slop tuber in question is WillyMacShow. He's suddenly making pro-Israel content constantly. He's suddenly making nothing but videos attacking pro-Palestine people.
I covered a sound before all this. It just turns out a war starting in the Middle East didn't make him any better at covering the news. So guess what? I was able to make more YouTube videos. He never addresses my actual points. It's just character assassinations for why I should be doxxed. Bad Empanada then doxes another YouTuber with the justification that he's a Nazi and that it's for journalistic interest. And then he says that's why it's important to dox me and my wife because she's Israeli.
You're actually allowed to reveal personal information about people, especially their real names, if it's within journalistic interest. You know, if there is journalistic reason for doing so. And exposing a clear conflict of interest in this guy's content and his personal life.
Oh shit. If I quit and sell all my stuff, do you want the couch and the photo? Oh god. That's such a good tweet. Solid. Excellent tweet. Banger.
Is journalistic interest. It's why, for example, I can tell you that the YouTuber Zoomer Historian, a neo-Nazi history YouTuber, is this guy. I can tell you this because it is within journalistic interest to do so, even though he did not release his information himself publicly. Just like how I can tell you that WillyMacShow is William...
I mean, journalistic interest? Like what? Your interest? As someone who's not a journalist. Okay.
Conville. And he is getting married to a Yale. Now, I am not going to give you the full name of the person he's getting married to.
He literally just scrolled down and showed her full name. I reported the video and he added this little blur, but it still doesn't cover her name.
She is Israeli and she was assigned to him by the Israeli government. They've taken down this page, but as you can see, it is freely available on...
Is that claim backed by journalistic interest? She was assigned by the Israeli government. Absolutely fucking brilliant. Yes! Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Wait. Oh, God. Would it be so much to ask? Oh, would it be too much to change it to Y-O-U-R to spell it wrong? To make it more... I just think this looks so funny. We have to contribute to this discourse somehow, okay? This is the thing, right? Remind everyone that you're a human being. Put a bucket hat on him. Okay. Where's this video? Okay.
Google, they, for some reason, as the guy who is a public figure, decided to just publicly announce, in public, his wedding.
How is this allowed on YouTube? He does this thing where he constantly tries to justify his reason for doxing me. He's like Ethan doxed Denims when he sued them.
This guy has no right to complain about revealing his real name to be doxing. Because WillyMacShow went on the
H3... disgusting as well how this dribbling fucking slimeball manages to convince his audience that there's a complete reversal of cause and effect. Oh God, he's like fucking Hamas. That's what he does, right? This guy's been doxing people since like 2021. Flagrantly. All the fucking time. But for some reason, he's like, he sees... like, no one else set the tone for this more than him. You understand that, right? All this doxing that's going back and forth now between Ethan, fucking Destiny, Hassan, Bad Empanada, like all this doxing shit that's going on by them or their audiences or behind the scenes, whatever the fuck. It's all like, no one does it more and more flagrantly and more cynically and more maliciously than this guy. And he did it first.
Podcast, which is a podcast that frequently doxes people. In Ethan's recent video talking about his lawsuit against 3 young women, he included unredacted...
It's funny because he's using legal cases as an excuse for doxing. That's a bad thing. But that's literally the excuse that he uses. The only difference is that he doesn't pursue his legal cases. He just says, I need your dox so I can do a legal case. But then he won't do the legal case. He'll send a fucking warning letter and then nothing follows up. He did that to me over a tweet. He's like, oh, I need to dox you because I need to get you to take this tweet down. I'm like, bitch, the tweet's still up. The tweet is still up. You wasted a few £100 on a fucking warning letter from a Scottish legal firm because you were just that fucking horny for my real name.
Legal filings that he made that include their real names and their real locations.
That's just how legal filings work.
Here's a video clip of Ethan Klein doxing a random Instagram commenter on his show. Ethan goes through the guy's Instagram, brings up pictures of his family members.
Commenter commented from their...
Destiny is just as bad as BE at that point. Listen, fuck Destiny, okay, personally, but also, I'm sorry, if you think that these two are comparable, you need your fucking skull checked. Like, this relativism is so fucking stupid. Like, you understand that someone doxing for whatever, like, not all... It's just a fact that not all doxing is equal. For example, if you are Jewish, okay, would you rather get doxed by some fucking shitlib that you're fighting with online or fucking Hitler? I'm sorry. Do you have any idea how many... You could probably do the maths on this about how many fucking civilians this guy wants to kill for his ideal world, or for how many people this guy wants to put in fucking re-education camps, okay? You understand that when this guy doxes someone and literally puts their address out and says things like, this person is like defending and celebrating babies who get fucking killed. This isn't just a regular person. This is someone in the real world. At the same time that you and people around you are saying that anyone who crosses this arbitrary threshold that we've set deserves to be targeted as a military person. At the same time that people have literally been fucking murdered by vigilantes who think they're stopping the genocide by targeting 2 random fucking Israeli, like, low-level staffers, one of whom has a public record which only shows them trying to do fucking tech startups with Palestinians in the West Bank, right? That person gets fucking shot for spewing the exact same rhetoric that this person does, and you think this is, like, equal? Fuck off. Actually, fuck off. You can condemn, like, people like Ethan or Destiny for going overboard with a lot of the stuff they do, and I think they do. There's definitely things both of them have done that I do not defend at all and would even just, like, openly shit on. No one is a worse offender than this guy. And if you don't admit that, I'm not taking you seriously. You don't deserve my time or attention. Like, fuck you. If you don't admit that this guy sets the tone for it and does it worse than everyone else, then you're just full of shit. You've got there's something else motivating your fucking decisions.
Instagram, brings up pictures of his family members.
Commenter commented from their Instagram account with their full name talking trash to Ethan. It had loads of pictures of them and their family on it. I didn't get sued. I didn't comment on your video with my full name. At the end of the day, my crimes are marrying a Jew and going on a podcast. He's nonstop lying about me and my wife, saying she was in the IDF. His fans are saying she murdered babies. He's saying propagandists should die as he's calling me a paid propagandist. They're saying we're valid targets. He posted a photo of what he thinks is my wife in the IDF, but they're actually just pictures of random teenage girls. I asked my wife what this was, and she thinks it's the Israeli Girl Scouts, so he's just posting little girls on Twitter. My wife didn't serve in the IDF. She came over here at 3 years old.
You're personally aggrieved. What the fuck? Personally aggrieved? I think I can still be fairly objective in the sense that someone who puts out my fucking address puts an entire ideological foundation for why people like me should be killed and tells people, oh yeah, these are not just like concepts. These are real people in the real world. By the way, here's his address. At the same time that people are getting fucking murked for these perceived crimes. I don't know. I don't think that's to do with being personally aggrieved. You can say both are bad, but if you're not going to admit that one's worse, then I just don't take it seriously. Something else going on there. Weird.
top of it, he doesn't even know her politics on that situation. He's just being racist. But the worst thing he did was post the date and address of her wedding the week before it took place. He does it multiple times throughout the video, showing an archived page of our site, because we did take it down to try and hide it. But nope, there it is. The time, the date, the address.
Yale and William McConville are getting married very soon. Yale, who is Israeli and Israeli government-provided wife.
So now our wedding is being messed with, and they are wasting the time of our venue, the hotel, and 2 police stations. It's costing me thousands of extra dollars in insurance and potentially closing down the entire building, and my bride is coming up to me and asking me if we're about to be double homicided at her wedding. I'm like, no baby, these people don't leave their mom's basements, but she sees the news. She saw 2 low-level staffers at the Israeli embassy get shot and killed. She's worried. So I'm being told by the police that I should go online and see if there's any direct threats. And I see a video made by a guy who hates me, showing all of my information and giving a hypothetical where I'm a valid target because Destiny's a hypocrite.
Stevie said anything involving this Bad Empanada guy or anyone that supports him is justifiable ammo. Anything is justified against Bad Empanada and anyone that supports him. Let's apply those standards. Why are we saying this about Bad Empanada? Well, it appears to be because Bad Empanada doxed WillyMac's wife. So, would Destiny be saying that those who dox people, those who make calls to violence or allusions to violence, should be fair game, and all of their supporters, all the personalities that back them up, all the chatters that back them up?
This is essentially a Destiny snark community. This guy's
Hang on. This isn't him saying that... Okay, if I had to guess, and I think I'd probably disagree with Kuihman quite a bit on this, I don't think he's saying that, like... This is like a buyer logic argument. That's what he's saying here, right? No, this is taken out of context. Yeah? That's my guess. We'll see.
Against Bad Empanada and anyone that supports him. Let's apply those standards. Why are we saying this about Bad Empanada? Well, it appears to be because Bad Empanada doxed WillyMac's wife. So, would Destiny be saying that those who dox people, those who make calls to violence or allusions to violence, should be fair game, and all of their supporters, all the personalities that back them up, all the chatters that back him up?
This is essentially a Destiny snark community. This guy's narrative for the past 6 months is that I'm covering for Destiny despite me making 2 of the most in-depth videos criticizing him. Their evidence behind this is I said Destiny is better at covering the news than Hassan and Vosh, which is somebody who has made videos on all 3 of these people. I think that's objectively true, but I digress. But most importantly, it's that when these 2 do something stupid, I make fun of them back. The truth is, Bad Empanada did not originate my dox. He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my dox originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged viewers. So when I see this clip, it's obviously a dog whistle to fuck with me. He literally gets a donation that says, I understand what we must...
Was it Kuihman's viewers? Kuihman does have some fucking really retarded chatters. I don't know if they're doxers though. Okay.
Do. Wink, wink.
Anything is justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him. No? Is that not the standard? That's what he's laying out for me here. Now, I have principles. Yeah,
it's a buyer logic argument. He's not saying that he would do this himself.
I don't think it's no bad tactics, only bad targets. That's not me.
As he's literally showing my docs.
But Destiny is very clearly laying out that those are the standards that he believes in. Those are the standards he wishes to be enforced. Is if you're a doxer, if you call for violence, anything is justifiable against you and your supporters.
Order taken.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying, Max, actually. I just explicitly said otherwise, actually, Max.
He's got a shit-eating grin on his face. He knows what he's doing. This then gets retweeted by his friend J-Stock, who pushed the...
Look at this. It's like the jokes write themselves. I've got someone called Hamas fan in my chat saying I cover for genocide. Like, I don't even need to ban you. Like, you're just doing it to yourself. That's what these guys are. I don't know. Personally, I feel like I'd know this would be the case because this happened to me. I don't really want to go too far into like the Kuihman thing because I just don't pay that much attention to his content. Apart from whenever I debate him, like there's a very alarming number of people who are like Bad Empanada glazers in there, and I don't know, like I don't know what he's doing in his content to get that. Maybe they're just like drama people who happen to like him. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if that was me, I'd be a little bit concerned about why that's happening. Like to have that level of like political fucking insanity going on in your chatter, like, yeah, it's weird to me. But I think some people just don't really, I do wonder whenever I see him like so flagrantly lying about his activity and his intentions in his videos, I do wonder if he just exploits the fact that maybe a lot of his audience doesn't know about how far he goes with the fact that he sets people up in a way that like so many people, like the umbrella for the amount of people that are like physically military targets in his worldview, whilst also doxing and like in no uncertain terms, like directing people to do things to them. I do wonder like if he just manages to conceal that. Chud's chat is all racist, pick your poisons. Yeah, but I know why that is with Chud, right? Like I know why Chud's chat have like if someone wanted to be like, oh yeah, maybe not I don't know about the racism because I don't watch Chud that much, but if it was for the trans stuff, I would know because Chud pushes like pretty like rhetoric that isn't very nice to trans people. I know he does that with the AGP shit and the I guess like constantly shoehorning in like they them, even if it's like a very obvious like binary trans woman or trans man. I know why like I know why that audience would get attracted by him. I don't know what a Bad Empanada fan gets from watching Kuihman, other than the anti-Destiny stuff, I guess. But that was honestly where the first rift started with me with left-wingers, was like I was growing an audience and then a very fucking weird amount of people in there were just like, yeah, they were just full-on fucking Tankies/terrorist supporters. And when the Israel-Palestine debates came up as well, or when I would cover that stuff, you would see like people debating about defending Hamas's actions, or is there such a thing as an Israeli civilian? Like I remember like seeing all these conversations emerge in my Discord in like 2022, like way ahead of any of this. And it was because I was covering things like left-wing perspectives on Islamophobia and shit. Like for some reason, you had to push for one thing, but like cut a line on the other one.
Exact same narratives about me. I'm obviously very unhappy about this. It's affecting my real life, but instead of anyone actually acknowledging this, they do what Bad Empanada did and try to hypocrisy hunt to justify their actions. They're like, why aren't you mad at Destiny? He quote tweeted your docs too.
Why aren't you mad at Destiny himself?
Destiny is defending my already viral docs that's already in the hands of all of the people who hate me. We're acting like context and scale don't matter. It was actually kind of nice to see someone with a big audience who I've criticized in the past stand up for me and say this is wrong. But look at this comment. Willy refuses to acknowledge the obvious, that Destiny is the biggest proponent in spreading his docs. No, it was actually Bad Empanada who did that. Do you know how time works? They hate Destiny so much they're ignoring the very reality we live in. That's what I don't get at all. Is he perfectly fine with his docs being spread around as long as the person who's spreading it is condemning it? At this point, my docs is already spread. The toothpaste is out of the bottle. What bothered me most in this moment was the narrative that I deserve it, or that it's part of some greater Destiny justice. If Kuihman pulled up—
This is where I had this problem as well, was when Bad Empanada was putting my address out. Back when I lived at that address and directing his audience against me. When that was happening, it's like, yeah, you guys didn't know about that until after. You guys didn't know about that because I was like, what if that means I have to put my address out? Like there's not really any way to do it without showing someone where to find it, right? And to condemn the person. If I say, well, my docs is there and this person's connected to it, so what do? Do you just let them shut the fuck up about it? But that's how it works though, right?
My docs and only said Bad Empanada sucks for this, I wouldn't care. It's the dog whistle call to action that's the problem. It's so obvious, yet I'm seeing respected commentator Augie call me a hypocrite because I said
Kuihman's response to WillyMac.
Bad Empanada
47. Okay, maybe.
Doxing is wrong.
This is from a month ago. Willy says, you should delete this. It's just doxing and a shit thing to do to someone.
Let me see if there's did you move because you were doxed? No, that was just a very fateful. Oh, I see. 15 minutes. There we go. Okay.
Whose worst crime is
No, I didn't move because I was doxed. That was just luck was on my side. I just found a really good offer to move at roughly the same time, so. But he didn't know that, did he?
Annoying on the internet. So you have that situation there. So there is twice replying to JSOC's docs, but then he got upset about fucking his docs being shared.
Yeah, holy shit. It's as if context matters. It's as if me calling out a tweet that already has 100,000 views doesn't add any negative effect. He pearl clutches and gives this big performance about my quote tweet.
I showed you 2 times. Here he is doing it a 3rd time just a few days ago before I even did this stream. And I actually had to tell him, I was like, dude, delete this shit, right?
But on this same stream, Augie shows the uncensored link of JStock's docs. He also replied under JStock's docs on Twitter. So what are we talking about? Are we gonna call Augie a doxer? No, because they don't actually care about this. He's just being performative to justify what's happening to me. Augie acts confused throughout this entire segment.
Literally days after he threw a hissy fit. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't really make any sense to me. It's like, what the f are we talking about here? I mean, what argument are we making here? This is just crazy. It makes no.
This is the first time I've ever seen what this Augie guy looks like. I don't know anything about him. I just remember the name kicking around drama spheres.
Sense.
I know why he's confused.
Commentary,
It's
sorry.
because he never plays the original clip that made me mad in the first place. He just summarizes as they criticize Destiny, and that's why Willy's mad.
Too bothered by this, but instead he was bothered by some stuff that Kuihman and JStock were saying. And basically what they were saying was, it's kind of hypocritical for Destiny to get upset at, you know, WillyMac for getting doxxed when he has a history of doxing people and is currently right now calling for their doxes, right?
So he never plays the context and then acts like the reason I'm mad is because they called Destiny a hypocrite. Nothing about my wedding or my bride. How is that possible unless you're being bad faith? I'm not even sure if Augie knows what a dog whistle is. He's like, unless Kuihman pulls up Willy's docs and then says, I love doxing Willy, it's all fine.
It wasn't even really a point against WillyMac. It was mainly a point against Destiny. I don't think at any point Kuihman...
These are literally children harassing adults, isn't it? No, it's worse than that. These are all adults.
He was like, yeah, and he got doxxed, and I love that. You know? I don't think he ever said that, right?
Bro, if you're this stupid, make life better for everybody and just quit. Destiny has recently doxed JStock and Kuihman. His motivation behind this is that everyone they associate with him ends up getting doxed and harassed, so he's doing it back to them. The victims I know are Destiny's girlfriend, Dan Saltman and his family, me and my wife, Hutch and his family. Augie pulls up Destiny's employees saying she was swatted.
I was also swatted. Now, why would she be saying that she was also swatted in a reply to this clip? Is she saying that JStock and Kuihman had some part in her getting swatted? Or that their communities had some part in this?
Yes, obviously, but it's all just a coincidence to Augie. Augie pulls up another example of a Destiny viewer saying they're getting threatening letters sent to their house, and Destiny's like, I don't believe them, but even if that happened, it's still not that community's fault.
A couple months ago, because I'm a fan of Destiny in the JStock server, someone in his community sent a letter to my home. I've moved since then. Thanks for telling us, by the way. To my house saying, I defend Destiny because I want to rape my wife and my patients.
I defend Destiny because I want to rape my wife and patients. Oh, okay.
Saying, I defend Destiny because I want to rape my wife and my patients. I'm gonna put an X to doubt on that one. And even if it did happen, right? Who's responsible for that?
What about the guy dog whistling that I'm a valid target and getting a dono saying they understand his orders?
Anything is justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him.
I don't think creators are responsible.
Yeah, that's not a very... It's one of those things where, like, I don't understand how some people can give the context of a clip, but they'll still make the same message about it. It seemed like he was doing like a buyer logic argument. It's very obvious. It doesn't even seem like that's what it was.
For every one of their unhinged viewers, but it is not normal for a community this small to have so much doxing coming out of it. I've made videos on communists, Nazis, misogynists, feminists, scammers, and traffickers. People with millions of followers, yet this tiny little community is where all this doxing takes place and it's just out of their hands. Dude, they're obviously feeding into it, but Augie knows nothing. He can't even recite me goofing on them accurately. JStock has criticized Destiny for creating a metaphorical rape machine, partially because he had sex with BPD girls. Then when these girls call him out for
President Sunday's line, isn't it?
for being abusive, everyone thinks they're just crazy. JStock then had sex with the same BPD girl.
Everything Destiny's saying here is true. Actually, it's not true. Actually, everything Destiny's saying here is complete bullshit. Destiny says, and to think that this was the same guy, JStock Jewstalker, who spent the last year saying having sex with mentally ill people equals rape. Crazy, huh? No, you retard.
Uh-oh.
That was never the argument that you have sex with mentally ill people.
It was sending videos without consent, wasn't it? Or recording in Cherry's case, apparently. I thought that was the... Am I wrong? Bro.
That means you're raping them by default. The argument is that you don't give a fuck about their consent because you'll share their images, videos of them doing all kinds of sexual stuff. You'll share that with anyone.
No, Augie. JStock actually specifically said it's not about sharing images.
I think that the main talking point is that Destiny distributes people's nudes. And, like, it's like a weird
I think that's not the main talking point. I think one of the a massive talking point here is the infinite rape machine, okay? How does the infinite rape machine work? It's a massive talking point, which you'd know if you watch the Sunday video. It's not just about nudes, bro. It's about a system that let this happen for so long.
And what does Sunday say? Part of the machine is Destiny.
What the fuck is the... I remember Sunday talking about this, but I think it was in the context of him justifying blowing up fucking Pixie's shit with the Aaron DMs, because otherwise the infinite rape machine can just keep on churning. Like, fucking hell. Really? Is that why you didn't even bother to check whether or not she was doing anything? Or you just wanted to make up a fucking excuse to get ahead of the curve? Okay. I wonder.
Targeting mentally ill women.
And the victims are also selected, either for mental illness, allowing them to be easily construed as hysterical or deceptive when they complain about their treatment.
So when it leaks that J-Stalk is having a secret relationship with the same BPD girl and she crashes out on him multiple times, it's funny. I'm giving him shit. I'm allowed to talk shit back to these people. I talked to Augie about the same exact thing a month ago and told him if he wanted to find it, he could just watch the ending to my second Destiny video. But he didn't watch it. He'd rather make stuff up. Bro, you're sitting at a computer right now. Feel free to use it. Augie ends this hour-long segment on me, summarizing that the only reason I'd be mad is because I'm stupid or because Destiny controls me, feeding into the narrative that got me doxxed in the first place.
It's hard to like logically understand why he's posting this shit. I mean, the two options is literally just he's like brain dead retarded right now, or he's controlled opposition.
Really? That's all you could think of? Well, let me give you a third option. Our wedding is having to prepare for fake bomb threats, and my bride is worried about us and our family getting shot. Augie never once brings this up as a possibility for why I'm frustrated. It doesn't cross his mind. Seriously, if that's the extent of your analysis, you need to quit. In my last conversation with Augie, he told me...
This is why, just so you know, why there is something particularly... And again, people... I know a lot of these commentary spaces maybe have this ethic where they separate the politics from the conduct or whatever again, but it's like separating the politics from the actions here doesn't make any sense, because like literally if your entire presence on the internet, the entire reason people listen to you is because you're the one who convinces people that anyone that we can shoehorn into the Israeli state genocide defending apparatus can just be fucking killed. And then that's why you probably don't want your wedding to be doxxed by that person. Like, that's why it's especially insidious if it's coming from someone who thinks that, well, one person is a propagandist for the genocide, according to WillyMac would be. And then the wife is an Israeli government funded or provided asset, an ex-IDF as well. Remember Noah was saying that she was IDF? Yeah, if you've got someone like that posting where you're going to be on a particular day, yeah, that's fucking horrible. That's so... And you know for a fact he wouldn't give a fuck if anything happened. Like, him and that audience wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, read what they were saying from Noah. Willy's claim is that he got doxxed in Kuihman's Discord and then it pipelined to BE. Yeah, but I don't think there's any receipt for that, is there? I don't know why he's making that argument, like where the proof is. Hey, what did I tell you guys? This is a high-performance tweet. Look at that. 25 minutes. It's popping. Excellent. Well done, guys.
Story about how he quit drama for a year because a guy named Salvo was doxing and harassing him and his family. So where is that same sympathy when it's happening to me and my wife? He shares the same empathy meter with Ian.
You know, my empathy meter's only maybe like a quarter of the way filled up.
The most reassuring news I got was when my wedding planner told me that she talked to the venue and they told her that the riffraff doesn't bother them because they've done celebrity weddings and that they're in a Jewish neighborhood. So they're used to getting calls like this. In one sense, very reassuring because it means our venue wasn't spooked, and in another sense very depressing because it means people are just calling and harassing this place because they're in a Jewish neighborhood. I don't know what should happen when it comes to Destiny or a snark community doxing each other and others, but what I do know is Bad Empanada needs to be banned. He nonstop slanders people, doxes people, and harasses them. He recently swatted Kraut by falsely reporting him to the Austrian police for hacking his alt Twitter account.
Oh, this is being talked about now. Huh, I knew about this. This is fucking mental, man. The excuse he gave for this as well. Holy shit.
I don't think they were ever hacked at all.
Basically, he accuses me of hacking. Bad Empanada accuses me of hacking. Specifically, he accuses me of hacking 15 of his banned Twitter accounts.
His evidence of Kraut hacking him comes from a tweet where Kraut says he's archiving his accounts. That's literally it.
This here is the central claim. He claims, I got illegal access to 15 of his 22...
Like what, Wayback Machine? Hacking is using the Wayback Machine. We managed to get an archive file containing everything you tweeted with 15 out of 22 suspended accounts. Oh no, I'm being hacked. Okay.
But rarely banned X accounts. Well, what did I tweet? I tweet, yeah, we managed to get archive files containing everything Bad Empanada tweeted with 15 of his 22 suspended accounts. Well, how did we get this? We went to Wayback Machine. And
This is a thing you can do. Yeah, it's Wayback Machine. Yeah. Assuming people have archived the stuff, then yeah. Hang on.
typed in his accounts.
So fucking obviously is not you hacking him. He's saying that tweet is evidence that he was hacked.
Yes.
Bad Empanada actually just uploaded a video on why he thinks his police report was justified, and in it, he just reads his complaint.
So this is probably the most serious thing that he did, in that he publicly
This
implied
one
that he had
simple trick.
hacked my social media accounts and obtained private information.
In
about
other
me.
words, this guy just wants any excuse to get people's private shit, right? He just will make any excuse and his audience will believe it because they're all fucking like bedwears. Yeah.
that is otherwise inaccessible from doing so, and that he was going to go through it and share it.
Hey, no neck, he's talking about the public tweets you posted. Oh yeah, this tweet where Crouch says he's going to screenshot the unhinged stuff I say, yeah, that's evidence he's going to hack me. Please believe me, audience. Like, how stupid are his viewers?
An archive file containing everything Bad Empanada tweeted with 15 of his 22 suspended accounts. Now, you can't really get an archive file of someone else's Twitter. The only way you can get the Twitter archive file is by having access to the account, so that's very suspicious, isn't it?
Or you could just go to your public Twitter page and screenshot all your tweets. He's so desperate to sound like a victim here, when he's the one who falsely swatted Crowd.
He didn't want me to think that he had engaged in potentially criminal activity. Why did he make public posts implying that he was engaging in that activity? Public posts that clearly the Vienna police who investigated the case thought were suspicious enough to warrant an investigation and an interview.
This is the thing as well, is like, is he dumb or is his audience dumb? I don't understand. Like, that's such an easy answer. The answer there is that, yeah, of course they investigated, because maybe it's not the same in every country, but it is the case that to an extent, if you make a complaint to the police, they have to investigate it. And I don't know if Vienna does it in particular, but sometimes they actually have to do it like properly. Like they have to open a file and all that shit, right? Like, but I don't know, I guess, because I think a lot of these people who go into the whole like populist, like far like radical anti-establishment, or like they hate everything about the system that they live in, I wonder if they just are so ignorant about how things work in the world that they genuinely believe it. It's like that a little while ago when I saw Noah Samson trying to say that his friend's fucking law firm that he worked for was making a profit rate of like 20,000%. Because they did the classic thing where you calculate your wage and you calculate how much the company makes and be like, oh, well, the difference must be the amount they're exploiting me for, right? Like that's stupid. Like I just read 2 pages of Das Kapital and I think I can figure out how this is working. Or the people who are like, oh yeah, I sold like 20 fucking Big Mac meals in 1 hour. That means my wage must be like $100 an hour. Like, yeah, maybe they just don't know anything about how anything in the world works. I don't know.
Case thought was suspicious enough to warrant an investigation and an interview.
What Bad Empanada is not telling you is that the police dismissed his complaint as having zero merit. He's essentially reading his own complaint and then acting like that somehow makes it more legit. It doesn't. This is only a small portion of how stupid this police report is. In short, the police closed the investigation because it was a massive waste of time. But this still allowed Bad Empanada to get all of Kraut's personal information. When the police closed the investigation, Bad Empanada wrote an email threatening Kraut to stay silent on it.
Hi, Joseph. I did not swat you. You gave me legitimate reason to believe that you were hacking my accounts in an attempt to divulge my private information and posted very public threats against me. I'm relieved to hear that you apparently denied that you were really engaging in this behavior. I will not apologize for taking basic measures to protect myself, like filing a police report. When you publicly made such statements, I would prefer to not
I hope you're doing better now than you were at that time.
have to talk about this publicly, as you will note that I have refrained from doing up until this point, because I legitimately never did any of the things you claimed I did to you, and have no wish to embarrass or divulge any personal info by releasing any of the files I received from the public prosecutor's office on this case.
That's definitely not a threat. I did not even intend to make a video about this. As far as I'm concerned, the matter is done unless you make it into something far bigger than it actually was by mischaracterizing what actually happened. I did not engage in this legal process for the sake of finding your personal info like Ethan Klein is doing. He's such a fucking liar, man. Oh, he's such a fucking worm. I did it because you made public statements that implied you had committed crimes against me. Again, what? By accessing archived tweets. Okay. I, of course, might respond to your videos again in the future, but just as when I did so previously, I critique you on your work, perhaps with some petty insults thrown in, not with any intent to harm your personal life. God, he's such a fucking liar. Oh, God. Thing is, why does he think it's convincing anyone when he sends it in a private email? I don't get it. It's just such a strange... It's just odd behavior. It's so strange. I have no issue with you as a person. I just think your videos suck. He sounds nervous in this. I don't know. I don't know if it's because maybe there's something in Vienna that means you can get fucked for wasting people's time, like wasting police time.
Of the files I received from the public prosecutor's office on this case.
Or in other words, stay silent or I'm gonna post all of your personal information I got from the police. Crowd has vented a bit about this, so Bad Empanada has already started lying about the facts. Crowd is currently going around claiming that I swatted him. In reality, I reported him to the Vienna police because he was openly posting on Twitter about he was stalking/doxing me for months. The prosecutor thought the evidence I provided was suspicious enough to warrant an investigation, especially one about him illegally accessing my data. Crowd told me that the Austrian police are obligated to investigate every report, and the investigation came back saying Bad Empanada had little more than circumstantial evidence, that his accusations of violent threats can both in objective and subjective manner not be proven due to there not being any violent threats, that the accusation of libel or slander is not detectable. This video is so embarrassing by him. He is non-stop lying, and from what I've seen, Bad Empanada has no evidence. He's just wasting everybody's time to get a dox. Seriously, how is this guy not banned from everything? There is some good news though. Bad Empanada is apparently on the run. I thought it was just a meme when he posted, "Today's stream is delayed as I am fleeing to a different country." But it turns out this might be real as Ethan is monologuing his next move to track him down. Bad Empanada is on the run. He knows we're closing in. We suspected he had fled back to Australia, but upon further research and verification, he's actually fled to Uruguay. This information is probably shocking for him to hear as he went to great lengths to obscure his escape from Argentina to Uruguay. Bad Empanada, if you ever...
See, now I wonder if if a commentary community, like a commentary YouTuber might look at this and think, well, because he's somehow finding out which countries this guy's going to, then he's guilty of quote unquote the same thing, even though obviously in this case, the guy is actually like...
decide to return to...
quite clearly broken laws against people, not just looked at archived tweets and we're going to call that doxing. But maybe people see this and they think it's all just a bunch of guys like doing the same thing. I don't know. Weird.
To Australia will be immediately notified and a torrent of lawsuits will follow. You are easy to get in Australia, which is why you're doing everything to avoid returning. Why am I telling you this? So he looks over his shoulder every day. We are coming and we will win. You can run from us, but we will catch you and we will ruin you. Have a nice day.
Bad Empanada chimed in. Does it feel good to be hated literally everywhere you go? I mean, first of all, Bad Empanada, you're outcast from society. Like, we live in Los Angeles, California. You are on the run.
I mean, you know you're a piece of shit when even his son pulls up Bad Empanada's video of him doxing me, and even he's surprised about what's happening.
Just like how I can tell you that WillyMacShow is William McConville, and he is getting married to Yale. Now, I am not going to give you the full name of the person he's getting married to, but I can tell you she is Israeli, and she was assigned to him by...
Best to skip, to be honest. This is drama slop empanada content. Yeah, I don't really fucking give a shit about this.
Like, I appreciate that he stopped watching immediately, but why are we acting like it's just slop? I'd argue it's a bit more ill-intended than slop content. Hassan is the guy who thinks the subreddit LSF posting his stream clips quantifies as stalking and harassment.
If I was a smart person, I wouldn't be getting ritualistically humiliated by socially maladjusted freaks that are agoraphobic on a daily basis in a mass harassment campaign online. But I do that for a living.
But Bad Empanada posting my personal info, it's just drama slop. Then he watches them again a few days later.
Bad Empanada is a good example of this, where I think he's like a crazy person He is chaotic good, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Please explain.
Like, think about how little little time I spend like shitting on Bad Empanada or whatever. Because like, I think he's coming from like, we have different methods, we have different tactics, we have different techniques.
His tactics are doxing, false police reports.
Bro, you're such a fucking coward. Like, the only reason that Hassan likes Bad Empanada is because he's too retarded to challenge his own critics. That's all it is. Hassan can't challenge his own critics, so he needs someone else to do it for him. And I guess he thinks it's like very impressive that every now and then, amongst a fucking torrent of bullshit, there's like 2 or 3 citations next to it, like the Finkelstein method. You know, like that's like Hassan. He should understand that if Bad Empanada is ever in power, like, you're going in the gulag, bro. You're going in the gulag. He's literally said that you don't want the same thing. Bad Empanada is against coexistence. He doesn't want Israelis and Palestinians to share the land and have truth and reconciliation and nation building. He wants evictions and expulsions and re-education camps for all the Israelis. That's what he wants, and he'll say it fucking openly. That's why I think the last time Bad Empanada challenged Hassan was because Hassan had spoken to those guys who did that documentary, the Israeli and the Palestinian, who did a documentary about the West Bank, and they were very far left, they were very anti-Israel, but they were also like one-state solution people, right? And to Mr. Empanada, that was like disgusting, because it was like humanizing to Israelis or implying that they have any like right at all as equals in that region. You guys do not want the same thing, man. Or at least Hassan just kind of pretends he wants the nicer thing. The nicer sounding thing. Yo.
We have different tactics, we have different techniques.
His tactics are doxing, false police reports, false CPS reports, slandering people constantly.
But overall, we're working on the same side.
Hassan is literally saying he supports what Bad Empanada is doing. Like, Hassan clearly knows at this point who Bad Empanada really is. He literally had a one-on-one conversation with him where Bad Empanada said these people deserve to be harassed, meaning anyone who mildly disagrees with them.
Be mean to them. If they feel bad, if they feel harassed, honestly, great. I don't give a fuck. Them.
Yeah.
Each and every one of them. We need to be mean to these guys. We need to be assholes. They deserve it.
He knows the guy he's supporting is doing this and purposely promotes him anyway. A week passes and they're talking out about my docs and peddling lies about my wife to discredit valid criticism about them. They're just trying to assassinate my character.
You're just doing investigative journalism. They're saying Bad Empanada unearthed that. Is that true? I think Bad Empanada or somebody unearthed like the WillyMac shows getting married to like an IDF lady or something, which makes sense. He was the
IDF based
guy who did the big expose on like you with the Al Ali bombing, hospital bombing, right?
Yeah. He's
Are we what really for correcting Hassan on the Al Ali hospital bombing? Wait, do we have the video? Oh, hang on. Never forget, okay? Oh, where's the fucking video? I don't think I'm gonna find it. The one where it's got like the speculation in progress meme. What, the JDAM? The called on JDAM detector. Yeah, God forbid you make fun of someone for that. I'm not gonna find it, am I? It's too old. Is it here? Oh, this one's streamable?
If I make a prediction or a speculation, it can sometimes be wrong.
Even Voss said, wait and see. I know, God. I was off that evening. I wasn't working. But someone told it to me. The person I was hanging out with that evening told me about it, and I was like, yeah, that would be quite big.
A prediction or...
If they airstrike a hospital, just flatten the building and kill 500 people. That's quite...
Speculation.
That's quite a big
It can
claim.
sometimes be wrong. IDF didn't bomb the hospital? Yes, it did. Yes, it fucking did. You fucking piece of shit. Yes, it absolutely did. Fuck you. Fuck you. Genocidal scumbag. You have no fucking dignity. You do not have an ounce of dignity inside of your soul. You fucking piece of shit. You garbage, monstrous scumbag. You garbage, monstrous scumbag. Why did you fucking lie? How can you live with yourself, you genocidal piece of shit? If I make a prediction or a speculation, it can sometimes be wrong. IDF didn't bomb the hospital? Yes, it did. Yes.
Guys, all right. That does not get old. You'll never guess who else said something like that. It is Israel who intentionally struck the hospital, massacring over 500 defenseless, sheltering refugees and injured people receiving treatment, including women and children. There's no other actor with the capability of causing such damage. Hamas, remember, it was a car park with a pothole in it. Hamas does not have any weaponry even remotely capable of having carried it out. Their rockets are makeshift and notoriously weak, carrying explosives that are not even capable of leveling a small house, let alone a massive hospital, with the power to cause a blast big enough to kill so many people. Well done, buddy. Well done. Birds of a feather, eh?
Brilliant political, probably one of the best minds in politics right now.
Truth. So yeah, compromise.
Like, man, I just keep forgetting. You could justify anything as long as you're more pro-Palestine than the other guy. I want to end this.
Why do these guys think they can like look down on people intellectually when like half of what they do is just attacking people's fucking personal lives? Isn't he married to an IDF? Yeah, wow, that guy's great. That's great political commentary. Unlike me, you know, academic to the bone. Fuck, man.
Video with a story. When I was at my most overwhelmed figuring out all the new logistics for the wedding, Ethan Klein actually hit me up and offered to organize security for it so everyone could have peace of mind and enjoy the day. He had no reason to do that. I don't know Ethan. I've made videos on him in the past, but he reached out anyway and lent a hand when he had no reason to. What got me was a text he sent me saying, "I got you, bro. Don't worry, your wedding will be perfect." It was, so thank you. Subscribe to the channel and buy a wallet. Shout out to the homies over on Patreon: Crimson Glass, Riveter, Christina Vina, Drainco Bex, Necro Valley, The Confusing Opinion, Eddie Bizzle, Tis McFitz, Christopher H, Sennial Music, Lucas If, ET Automatic, Snoopy Poop Doop 2, Amura Melbay, Rony Boo, Drew is Sharon, Clown Factory, Monkey D Luffy, Shura, Tiffany 2 Trill.
Okay, wow. So Ethan paid for security for WillyMac's wedding. That's actually quite cute. Wow. Give me a lump in my throat. Okay. Kuihman response to WillyMac. Apparently the first 13 minutes is all I need. Okay. Yeah, I guess he didn't really occupy much of the video, but that clip that WillyMac used was not saying what he said it was saying, I don't think.
Bad Empanada is a known doxer and harasser. If you go on his Twitter account at any time, you can see him doxing people. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that when my dox gets found, Bad Empanada immediately posted everywhere. Uploads a video blasting my name.
Okay, wait, sorry. People in chat saying that Destiny quote tweeted and that's what spread the dog. Again, like, you're so fucking dense. So you understand that there's a difference between the cat already being out of the bag and it's like, okay, either I'm going to support this person and the price that we pay is that a few people who are on the guy's side, like, oh, what? Are we worried about what? He does that and we're worried that Destiny's community are going to go to WillyMac's wedding to cause shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, at a certain point, you have to talk about it. You have to... Do you not understand what amplifying dox info is? Yes. Do you understand what people using methods is that means that you can't call it out ever? Fuck that. Like, I don't know. Fuck. Again, it doesn't seem like WillyMac has an issue with it. So at that point, he's like...
My bride's name, the address of her wedding, all over
Okay, yes. Okay. For everyone, yeah. If you get doxed then, just let them just, I guess, just take it, you know? You can't really... what else can you do? Because otherwise, it's like people won't believe you if you don't show proof. Like... Or you have to reference it vaguely, in which case it doesn't have the same impact because people are like that. If people see evidence, they're probably going to act a bit differently if they see receipts.
Internet. Truth is, Bad Empanada did not originate my dox. He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my dox originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged viewers.
What? Huh? Dude, surely people are going to point out how insanely dishonest this is. What is he even pointing to there?
I've made videos on communists, Nazis, misogynists, feminists, scammers, and traffickers. People with millions of followers, yet this tiny little community is where all this doxing takes.
In the stream, but just want you to know I've learned so much from your content. As a left-leaning half-Jew and rep in a lefty union when 10/7 hit, your content did a lot to keep me sane.
Whoa! Thanks for the $25. Appreciate it. You're watching the whole version. No, he said the first 15 minutes or 14 minutes was the relevant part, right?
Place.
What? What?
Where is the doxing?
What doxing is coming out of these communities?
Are we just Keffels now?
Are we Keffels posting now? What are we doing here, dude? This is fucking insane, bro.
Yeah, Willy's flaws and all, his mishandling, I will happily take his side. Yes. If Willy's got evidence, he's got to come forward with it, at least to satisfy them, but I don't care if he does or doesn't.
You have to skip 14 minutes. That's not what he said, is it? What?
Decided to take a look at it. I dug into it to see what truth, if any, there is to WillyMac's allegation against Kuihman and his community. The user who found and posted the link to Willy's wedding announcement page mentions Kuihman 0 times.
That is not what he said. So I have to watch from Oh yeah, because he's not really. This is all clips. Is this all like a wait?
Jay still swing it all. I'm not gonna let
We
that.
still have music. We still have like intro music. Okay, hang on. Let's go here.
You
then.
don't
Okay.
know.
Okay, this looks like
WillyMac
this looks like he's getting
released
on it. Okay.
a video last night. Okay. It's a video mainly about Bad Empanada and Bad Empanada doxing WillyMac's wedding. Now, Willy claims Bad Empanada is not the one who doxed his wedding. I take a slightly different definition of doxing. I think pretty much any reasonable person takes doxing to mean any instance of someone publishing a collation or piece of PII that is obscured from the public, generally, or isn't directly linked to the content creator for the purpose of harassment. Now, that is what Bad Empanada did. 100%, that is what he did. Now, did he originate the docs? No. The docs originates with a Kiwi Farms post by a completely anonymous account, as far as I can see, that has 2 posts, neither of which mention me. I don't know how I'm supposed to have any control over that. I don't know how I'm supposed to take any responsibility for that. Obviously, this person might watch my content, but there's no way for me to know. There's literally no way for me to know. And even less, there's no way for me to take action on it. Because clearly they don't use the same profile picture or account name or whatever everywhere. So there's nothing I can do about this. Despite what WillyMac probably wants you to believe.
As someone who studies body language for a living, his body language is that of a liar and a manipulator. You can see how he looks. Okay, I'm not taking anything seriously you say ever again in my entire life. Maybe. What? Never mind.
With this, Bad Empanada did not originate my docs. He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my docs originated on a niche forum.
I just want to know the facts. That's all I want to know.
This guy's unhinged viewers. So when I see this clip, it's obviously a dog whistle with me.
So, I saw that video last night, and WillyMac's basis for ascribing this to me now is a clip that takes place, and purely you can see this from the video.
He said the first 15 minutes not to skip. That's what I thought he said, you gaslighting fucking freaks. Ugh. Is he gone? Has he evacuated the scene? Oh no. Wait. The first 13 minutes. Okay, thank you.
Bad Empanada is a known doxer and harasser.
He didn't appear on my screenshot.
If you go on his Twitter account at any time, you could see him doxing people. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that when my dox gets found, Bad Empanada immediately posted everywhere. Uploads a video blasting my name, my bride's name, the address of her wedding, all over the internet. Truth is, Bad Empanada did not originate my docs. He maliciously spread it everywhere, but my docs originated on a niche forum by this guy's unhinged viewers.
What? Huh? Dude, surely people are going to point out how insanely dishonest this is. What is he even pointing to there?
I've made videos on communists, Nazis, misogynists, feminists, scammers, and traffickers. People with millions of followers, yet this tiny little community is where all this doxing takes place.
What? What?
Where's the doxing?
What doxing is coming out of these communities?
Are we just Keffels now?
Are we Keffels posting now? What are we doing here, dude? This is fucking insane, bro.
Yeah, Willy's flaws and all, his mishandling, I will happily take his side. Yes. If Willy's got evidence, he's got to come forward with it, at least to satisfy them, but I don't care if he does or doesn't.
I decided to take a look at it. I dug into it to see what truth, if any, there is to WillyMac's allegation against Kuihman and his community. The user who found and posted the link to Willy's wedding announcement page mentions Kuihman 0 times.
Where's the proof? No fucking proof. But you know what, guys? Kuihman's an asshole, so fuck him. Kuihman's mean to me, so fuck him, dude. That's the standard that WillyMacShow is creating right now.
There is no evidence at all that this person is in any way affiliated with Kuihman. It is completely made up, to be clear. 2 seconds, by the way. 2 seconds of Googling.
Nicholas Diorio has now officially blocked me on Twitter for being slandered by WillyMac.
Now, why about probably 6 of you are in this?
These fucking commentary spaces. I have no idea why WillyMac thinks or decided to say that Kuihman or a Kuihman viewer, whatever was behind the original doxing. It's a very strange accusation to make if you don't have evidence. I don't know if he thinks posting evidence would compromise something, or I don't know. I mean, I can ask him. WillyMac. Can't find what you're looking for? Oh, is he Is he not on Discord anymore? Did he block me? Does he not like me? What the fuck? Or did he delete his account? Or interesting. Okay.
Stream. I just wanted to briefly talk about this WillyMacShow drama because it's what's been requested upon me by.
Do you think he has no reason to believe it at all? Seems like it's worth asking before trying to discredit the claim. What do you think I'm doing? I'm literally saying I don't know if I can't see any evidence, and I didn't see any in the video. That's just a fact. Like, I don't know if he's doing the thing where, and again, this would be a valid argument. I don't know if you'd apply it to Kuihman. I don't know anything about his community. I don't know enough about, I don't care to look at these fucking things. I like talking about politics, mostly. If I wanted to make an argument that I hold Hassan responsible for a lot of like deranged shit that happens to me, even if Hassan doesn't do it himself, say like doxing, then I would say that the way that he does it and the way that he encourages harassment and things like that is that he outsources it. Like, he has a way that he can basically take all the worst excesses of people who defend him and promote them and amplify them in a way that never actually connects them personally to him. So what he can do is he can take people on Twitter like that fucking Gato dipshit or like even Zay Squirrel and people like that, and he can basically just reward their behavior by retweeting them every now and then. And they, in the background, are constantly doing all this unhinged shit, but every now and then Hassan will just kind of like reward their behavior by retweeting them. And then those people, those unemployed fucking losers, basically just get to live on this drip feed of fucking dopamine hits of getting reposted by Hassan, right? And he is kind of implicitly encouraging that behavior because there's no fucking way he doesn't know it's happening. Like, there's no way he doesn't know that these people that he's amplifying engage in this behavior. And then if it comes to amplifying people like Bad Empanada and just being like, oh, you know, I don't really agree with their methods and all that, but they're a good force and we have the same goals. I'm not going to call them out. Like, all that kind of shit. If he's just going to keep saying that and pushing that message, then it's like, you've taken all the bad things about him and then just treated them as like an agree to disagree kind of like acceptable divergence. But ultimately it's all okay. And we are actually going to reward you regardless of whether you do this behavior or not, right? So I think that's him basically like, and he doesn't even need to be aware that he's doing it, but he is outsourcing like the harassment and all that shit to other people. And they get rewarded whether or not they do it. So that's how I'd apply that to Hassan, even though he doesn't actually do the doxing himself. But I don't know how I would do it with, like, how you'd make the argument with someone like Kuihman. I just don't know enough about his stuff to do that. Maybe I should stop. Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone.
Your friend is making doxing allegations against somebody who you have also publicly feuded with. I feel like that's probably something you should at least look into. No?
I think the commentary community can probably handle this one on their own.
At least watch the fucking video.
There's really not much I can say or do.
Do you think it's perfect, Nick, to
The question is, do you believe that Willy has a credible reason to believe that the same source came from Kuihman's community that he chooses not to disclose, or do you think he's lying? I don't know. I think what happens is that sometimes what people do is that if you're getting attacked by a whole bunch of people at once, then you're going to form like defense mechanisms. So let's say you're someone who's living out in the fucking wild, okay? And you hear a noise in the woods, and that noise in the woods is actually a bear that's going to kill you. Then from that moment on, every noise in the woods, you're going to treat it like a threat. You're going to treat it like a bear, okay? And you're going to get the fuck away, or you're going to like, or if you've got the means, you're going to like attack it, right? So that's kind of why people become conditioned very quickly to have heuristics to identify threats. It's what people do, right? It's often a very big issue with like trauma survivors, is that they do this as well, is that they might have someone who has like hurt them in their life in a very like traumatic way. And then people who do things that are unrelated to the trauma that will behave in similar ways, or they might even say a trigger word or something, and then they will treat that person like the threat, even though they're not. Like you'll just see it everywhere. And that's like a very bad coping process. Even though it's also, in a way, it's like a defense mechanism. We're kind of evolved to behave in that way to a degree. So maybe you can be in a position where you get all these attacks from all these communities and all these fans, and maybe Kuihman or someone in Kuihman's community said something, or there are these overlaps that just make you draw that connection, even though it's not as strong as it feels emotionally, like in your brain. Like, a really bad offender for this was Keffels. Keffels got legitimately, seriously, horribly attacked by a lot of people in all these different spaces, like especially Kiwi Farms and the right wingers and all the rest of it. But then anyone who so much as like gave her a slight indication that they were like that as well, maybe if it was just like, even if it's just like a lack of total loyalty, then she saw that as a threat, and that's why she acted the way she did. Like 100%. It was very obvious to me that that was how she was behaving. That meant that she ended up lashing out at people like Dylan for nothing, you know? And I think it's the same. And you have to really stop yourself. You have to really, really stop yourself from doing the same thing, don't you? Like we also know she lied about a lot. Yeah, I know. Why not actually ask Willy? I mean, I'm trying to. I don't know if I got him on Discord or not. I can't find him on Discord. I don't know if he ever added me. Maybe he was just on my Discord server. So what's a boy to do?
Bearing in mind that Nicholas has watched a bunch of WillyMac's videos recently and even like defended him. Yeah.
I wish you both luck in your forever war.
I had a back and forth with Nick, right, in his Discord. He's basically saying that he doesn't owe us anything to respond to interpersonal community drama. And I think that framing is completely dishonest, and I think it's completely cowardly. A YouTuber with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, who gets hundreds of thousands of views, who you've
I can find him on Twitter. What am I doing? He's on Twitter. Dickers wants to correct me. Okay. Let me watch this first.
Previously said is kind of like a gateway to normies into drama.
When I see Willy's video, I see like entry-level video that gets you to Ryan Beard's video. Willy's not like internet people, and he's not terminally online. He's just like some fucking guy who makes commentary videos.
I just think that Willy's like a turbo boomer too. And again, I think that's also being removed from this conversation. Just dropped a video with one of the most dishonest, malicious segments I've ever seen, where he straight up lies about Kuihman, tries to paint his community as doxers, doesn't show any proof, and then makes a segment about Augie.
Basically what they were saying was it's kind of hypocritical for Destiny to get upset at WillyMac for getting doxxed when he has a history of doxing people and is currently right now calling for their doxes, right?
So he never plays the context and then acts like the reason I'm mad is because they called Destiny a hypocrite.
Where he completely misinterprets his point too, which I think is on purpose.
So he plays the clip of me saying, I don't think Kuihman has celebrated your dox. I don't think he's made arguments supporting you getting doxed. And Willy plays that clip and he's like,
seriously, if that's the extent of your analysis, you need to quit.
And that's supposed to be like the mic drop in the video. But he forgets to actually respond to what I'm saying. Why is what I'm saying stupid?
I've been tired of dealing with it for 6 months with no retribution, so now we do the retribution.
Stevie said anything involving this Bad Empanada guy or anyone that supports him is justifiable ammo. Anything is justified against Bad Empanada and anyone that supports him. Would Destiny be saying that those who dox people, those who make calls to violence or allusions to violence should be fair game?
Wink, wink.
Anything is justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him. No? Is that not the standard? That's what he's laying out for me here. What is a way I could have phrased that point? That Destiny's standards...
Destiny has recently doxed J-Stock and Kuihman.
...leave his own supporters and fans open to being doxed and harassed.
His motivation behind this is that everyone they associate with him ends up getting doxed and harassed, so he's doing it back to them.
Self-defense doxing, is that what we're doing now?
Wait, is someone pretending to be Dickers? No, he's in my fucking Discord, isn't he? Oh wait, no, I thought I had this. The streamer Dickers was already in my... Oh, is there someone pretending to be... Okay, whatever. Fuck me.
How could I have phrased that to where WillyMac could not have accused me of dog whistling in the way he did?
When I see this clip, it's obviously a dog whistle to fuck with me.
How is this a real video, dude?
Willy acknowledges that Destiny has doxed J-Stock and Kuihman, and he says that's okay because everyone that hangs out with Destiny gets swatted and doxed by their communities.
The victims I know are Destiny's girlfriend, Dan Saltman and his family, me and my wife, Hutch and his family.
Best solution is to have both call in to find the imposter. Yeah, do that, please. I can see one Dickers in my waiting room. Or do you mean Kuihman and WillyMac?
Evidence that they've done any of this doxing or okay with it?
Anything is justifiable against Destiny and the people who support him.
I don't think...
Nice clip, by the way, where Kuihman is clearly saying that that's what Destiny's position is, not that he supports that standard of morality. But again, this is Willy's dishonest fucking editing right there.
In the clip, I explicitly state that I'm not okay with doxing. Now, I have principles. I don't think it's no bad tactics, only bad targets. That's not me. Anyone knows this is my position, that I don't agree with no bad tactics, only bad targets. There's not a wink and a nudge. There's not a, oh no, but actually we do. No, I don't. unequivocally, like anyone that has watched any of my content would know.
You're supposed to trust Willy. Just trust him, guys. Why?
Willy claims that it was my audience that doxed him initially.
At the end of the day, my crimes are marrying a Jew and going on a podcast.
But I had no idea until the Bad Empanada dox was viral that his girlfriend or wife or whatever was Israeli or Jewish. Not to mention, of course, my audience that doxed him initially.
At the end of the day, my crimes are marrying a Jew and going on a podcast.
But I had no idea until the Bad Empanada dox was viral that his girlfriend or wife or whatever was Israeli or Jewish. Not to mention, of course, this was weeks after WillyMac.
Did she leave Israel when she was like 2 years old?
She'd already been
She
doxed.
might have been 3, actually. I don't know. Careful. She might have been forming memories at that point, her memories of the Holy Land and her utter supremacy over the entire region, including Syria, Lebanon, Saudi.
That this clip happened. So the idea that it contributed in any way is absurd on the face of it. On top of that, one of Destiny's dox attempts on me is in both of his videos.
For these DMs about you saying like, hey, I wish has this person been doxxed yet?
Just feeling like Kuihman, I'd kill him if I could. I'd choke the fucking house into it. Bro, I swear to God, if I quit streaming, I'm gonna fucking go on an assassination mission, okay? These people are gonna start disappearing one at a time, okay?
And in his second video, he plays a portion of the non-consensual cherry audio and shows all the KF posts of where to find it. So the idea that I am getting blamed for leaving a video playing on autoplay that Destiny has already quote tweeted to 200,000 people. The idea that I am getting blamed for that when I censored it in the upload.
This whole community that's apparently so dox hungry and so vicious, as soon as they found out that Willy was deeply upset by this Kuihman clip, JStock deleted his tweet, Dickers deleted his tweet, and even the fucking clipper
got throwaway to censor it on Twitter, even though I usually don't control the people that fucking clip my shit at all.
Even that guy removed his tweet and re-uploaded it censored. And I'm supposed to look at these people as malicious doxers? Sure.
They're like, why aren't you mad at Destiny? He quote tweeted your dox too.
Why aren't you mad at Destiny himself?
Destiny is defending my already viral dox that's already in the hands of all the people who hate me.
I'm sorry, Willy. I don't know if this fucked Willy or not. Oh, I guess now I don't care. Now I just say, fuck it. If you're doxed, you're doxed. I'm not gonna let that slow me down.
We're acting like context and scale don't matter.
What? Are you fucking trolling? Okay, so if context and scale do matter. Look, my dox is already out there, dude. Like, what do you expect? Okay, well then why the fuck are you mad at Kuihman and JStock then? Their tweets are after Destiny's tweet. 200,000 people saw your dox because of Destiny. You know who else has been fucking doxed recently? JStock.
Did you see Destiny's kid is a Nazi? Yeah, that's amazing. How old is he? I don't know, we've all been there, I guess. Or at least some people have. I don't think I was ever a Nazi. I did believe a couple of weird things for a few months.
Kuihman.
I'm at a loss over this Willy video right now, to be honest.
This is fucking insane. This is fucking insane.
I'm at a loss over the Oreo's utter cowardice.
I'm just blown away by the lengths at which efforts are being made to hang this all around Kuihman's neck.
That is what Willy's doing. He has been fighting with us for months and only now attempts to even remotely engage with anything anyone said in one of his videos. Because, why? Because he found an opportunity to shut down criticism. Obviously.
And that's why WillyMacShow doesn't want to debate people or engage with people in a conversation, because he can do stupid shit like this, where he can deceptively edit the video.
They hate Destiny so much, they're ignoring the very reality we live in.
But listen to that language. Willy's using Destiny's talking points here.
Willy does not care about this doxing incident, okay? This is pretense. Purely pretense, because it's a safe way to swing at me, to swing at JStock, to swing at Augie, because we put pressure back.
Now, obviously, I know that Willy really values people being able to hop on stream and back their arguments up. As he said, he was so positively about Destiny. So I'm hopeful that he's going to hop on stream with Augie at some point and talk about this and back up his arguments.
Willy's not dumb. Willy's not an idiot.
I feel like Kuihman's being sincere.
He knows what he's doing.
Willy's malicious.
He can get away with that because nobody likes Kuihman.
You're prescribing a doxing allegation.
The whole JStock and Kelly thing is a drama within itself. What, are they fighting as well? I don't know, man. Okay, wait. There are like, there's a thing that happens now when unless there's evidence for this, you can say it's Willy's fault to a degree. It's that there are like, in this whole thing I've seen in both of these videos, There are two things here that are clear examples of people going unbelievably beyond the pale, and we're not talking about either of them. Have you noticed that? Like the way that these kind of things just get to, for some reason, the spats between these other people just gets to overshadow. So obviously, if you're Kuihman and you feel personally attacked by WillyMac accusing you of having a doxer in your community, which again, even if that were true, and Kuihman responded by banning the person, then is that Kuihman's fault necessarily? Like, I think there was one person in my entire history as a streamer who came out of my community who actually tried to dox someone, but they got banned. They didn't, no one, I don't think anyone even heard of it. I didn't amplify it. I don't think I made it to Kiwi Farms or anything. Dark Viper. But there are two things here that happen that are just like universally like unacceptable and are like far worse than anything else anyone's ever done here. And it's this. One is BE doxing a wedding of people, a wedding with people who he deems military targets. Okay, that's quite beyond the pale. And then the other thing I guess that happened is Destiny trying to get Kuihman's docs to slay him with his bare hands. I feel like these two things are like the offenses that you would want everyone shitting on and talking about, but I guess we're like distracted by the fact that Willy put out a claim about Kuihman's fucking community that is seemingly unsubstantiated as of now. I feel like these two things are kind of like the worst things, you know? The fucking red triangle terror target brigade from the human hemorrhoid and a duel to the death in the super gay weight twink titles championship. I think these are kind of like the two really bad things here, and the death threats. See, Gazippy, you got a problem because you're literally looking at the words on the screen and crying. Yeah, I have a problem, all right. You were an orbiter of this guy. Gazippy, I'm sorry to burst your little bubble here, but it seems like everyone involved in this, Chud, Kuihman, me, WillyMac, Nick DeOrio, like everyone at some point kind of like was a bit of a Destiny fan. Like that's kind of all that's, we've all been there, okay?
His community based on nothing. It's crazy.
Willy's malicious, and he deserves to be called out.
Quit. In my last conversation with Augie, he told me a story about how he quit drama for a year because a guy named Salvo was doxxed.
Apart from Bad Empanada, he's never been there. You know, he's never been a Destiny fan. So really, he's the best human in all this.
And harassing him and his family.
Wow. So now WillyMacShow is just leaking conversations that we've had.
First of all, I never told him that's why I quit the fucking internet.
Because what actually happened is a couple months ago, Augie and Willy had a private call
where I had called him trying to ask him to debate Kuihman because I wanted to set up a debate on my fucking channel.
Where Willy was venting.
And he's rattling off, speaking like 1,000 words a second, talking about
some of his frustrations, his fears, his worries about getting aped all over social media.
How their communities have just been a giant fucking pain.
Okay, I really resent the fact that I have to sit through like a 15-minute fucking trailer. That's really annoying. But for what it's worth, it seems like definitely the usage of that clip was quite poor on Willy's part. You'd need more evidence for the idea that the docs came from Kuihman's community. Do I need to draw any other conclusions? Is there anything else to say? Or oh, and also that like this is kind of like a bigger issue, these things. I feel like I would be hammering on these if I was like a drama person. If I was a drama curator, I'd be like screaming both of these from the rooftops because these are both fucking mental. You're safe. What is that how English people say good? Safe. Fucking hell, man.
In his ass.
Aped and torn asunder.
And he's obviously giving me all of his reasons why he doesn't want to debate him.
And Augie, in an attempt
to relate with them,
to commiserate and empathize.
I'm like, yeah, I know what it feels like to have communities go after you. And I mentioned like the Salvo thing and stuff like that to sort of let him know that like, yeah, I get where you're coming from.
He doesn't say, I quit the internet because of this.
But then when he started explaining more and just going off, you know, I start pushing back and questioning. I'm like,
oh, well, what are they doing? They're harassing you? What's happening?
Well, how these communities really engage in this sort of way.
Or he tried to sort of push back and ask a couple of questions.
And he gets nervous.
Willy freaked out.
And he's like, dude, are you recording me?
Are you recording right now?
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Are you recording me right now?
Yeah, but I'm like, dude,
you try to set me up?
Yeah, I'm your fucking friend. I'm not gonna record you.
Because he fears that I or Chad or someone is in everyone's ear trying to turn people against this guy.
What do you think? I'd be like taping you to give it to Kuihman?
And that's why all of a sudden people are talking shit about him.
And I flip my camera on and stuff like that just to prove that I'm not recording him.
Okay, Podium Baby, you are an absolute fucking retard. You are such a piece of shit. If you're thinking that PV accidentally leaking people's info because of an administrative error means that anyone who amplifies it outside of that, like with any intent whatsoever, fuck off. Actually, fuck off. Like, you're such a moron.
Of his own embarrassing actions.
But that's the level of paranoia that we're dealing with here.
Not because for a long time his videos have been swept for, despite being utter dog shit that failed to make any argument through the entire runtime of some of them.
Even when I'm talking in private and Willy is privately expressing to me how much Kuihman and JStock have run a train on him mentally.
Not because he has no understanding of the principles he espouses and simply adopts them because they're convenient from the groups that he's in.
Even in that moment, he thinks that I'm out to get him at the same time.
But because I must have, and this is a Destiny narrative too, I must have me, a sub 10k, hard stuck sub 10k, 500 viewer max.
Hard stuck, oh no. Listen, it's difficult when you're a streamer. It's difficult when you're a streamer, okay? Don't get yourself down. Anything can happen. If you're not going to be your own biggest fan, okay, what's the point? Hello, Hutch. You want to find the "We Need to Escalate" clip from Noah Samson? Well, just go into fucking... What'd you call it? Go into... I'll give you the site. It's called Filma, isn't it? Lonerbox Live. No, it's Time to Escalate is what he said, right? You get a much better memory when you use this tool. Lonerbox Live. Search auto subs. It's from here. Is it? You want the very first instance of it? I believe that was way back, wasn't it? That's here. This is what you do. You go into Filma and you you look up "It's Time to Escalate" in quotes, and then you get all of them there. The clip would be this one, right? March is the earliest one? Yeah.
Stop. It's time to escalate. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, yes.
Wait, what? Tell us what to do, you fucking cowardly cunt. Wow. Based. This guy. It's fucking bedroom revolutionary. It's time to escalate, boys. Ugh! Disgusting. Anyway, that's cult of violence, that is. That's some rough shit. Isn't it kind of amazing that that shooting happened at the embassy? It wasn't even at the embassy, it was outside the Jewish fucking museum or whatever. The fact that that happened and the guys who spread that exact same rhetoric and made those calls and make all those same terribly loose connections between the genocide and I guess like having a connection to Israel, no one spoke about that, did they? That just kind of went under the rug. The fact that it's kind of like the equivalent to how Christchurch was inspired, like that same rhetoric, that same put people in a room where there's only really logically one door to go through, and then just act surprised when they turn the handle. Like no one really spoke about that, did they? Christchurch named people. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the rhetoric that inspired Christchurch. They did not name people. What are you talking about? What? Oh, you're talking about the shooter. Oh, the shooter who said Candace Owens. Are you fucking joking? What? There's someone who had a really good argument about that, actually. And it was Vadim. He also said PewDiePie. Yeah, go figure. Go figure. PewDiePie. The argument isn't about who they named in their manifesto. The argument is about whether or not their rhetoric aligned with people who were amplifying that rhetoric. Because let's say, for example, Lauren Southern did this as well. She used the same defense that you did, you fucking freak. She said, oh, I've never made... Well, he actually, according to the police report, made his decision to carry out a shooting before my Great Replacement video went out. You know, that was Lauren Southern's argument. Lauren Southern's argument was that her Great Replacement video went out, the viral one, went out after. Now, one, that wasn't true. She had made other videos in Rebel Media talking about it. They just weren't as well known. But, okay, let's assume that he never actually even knew who she was. Does that still not put blame on her for spreading a theory where the only logical conclusion of the world that you're building is that you should go and kill people? Isn't that the issue? Is being part of a media ecosystem that amplifies that rhetoric? Isn't that the thing to be concerned about rather than just like who was named in a manifesto? Like, are you a fucking child? Like, that's not how the world works. You can condemn rhetoric. You don't need to wait until their name appears in the manifesto to condemn the rhetoric, do you? I wonder. Where was the Christchurch video here? Is it gone? It might be. Oh, it's gone. For some reason, he got rid of it, even though it was probably the only good video I've seen him do. I watched you cover her on that, and you cover the boat incident. That's how I'm aware of it. But we are reaching for Noah on that specific incident. Does he constantly do it? It's not on that specific incident. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, does he constantly do it? What? Does he constantly dehumanize people and act as if they're culpable for genocide? Yes. Yes, he does. We must applaud the immense bravery of these Israelis that are saying no to baby killing, all 12 of them. This is just from the last couple of days. Yes, he absolutely does put people in that world. Again, you put yourself in Noah's shoes. You believe everything he believes. What would you do? I'm just saying, there's a reason he took that out of his video. There's a reason he fucking panicked and scrambled to take that little clip out of his video. He also doubled down on the sentiment. He said, yeah, the escalating is actually necessary. And if you're going to say escalating is necessary, but you're not going to say what the escalating is, really, in the middle of genocide, you're not going to give people direction, it's because the direction you want to give is criminal. That's why you do that. It's so obvious. People just have a different lens for that because I guess they just think like far left extremism, or I guess like it's not even far left, it's just fucking terrorist extremism. It's extremism that's like sweeping for theocrats, for fundamentalists, not particularly left-wing people. And just people just don't think it's that bad. They don't think it's that bad.
Streamer. Control the entirety of H3 Snark, Kiwi Farms, Commentary YouTube, the Destiny Community Cast-Off, Hassan Piker and his entire community. I, somehow, am the epicenter, the divergence point for these communities where everything comes together.
There's an effort to smear Kuihman as some sort of doxer so that he can act like he's not worth talking to.
I'm hearing Destiny compare me to Hamas.
This is just like the Israel-Palestine shit. When Israel does this shit, like, you know that like, you guys are going to get attacked now by terrorists if you do this. Like, yeah, it's already happening. Like
hysteria that is beyond parody. And for what? Because I was just the first guy saying, hey, maybe people are going a little bit too far and excusing actions against people that are against their own principles. And now apparently I'm the guy who's no bad tactics, only bad targets. After months of fighting on that, after hemorrhaging viewers for 3 to 6 months over arguing that exact position, but somehow they're...
Wow, it is. Hang on.
Of fighting on that after hemorrhaging viewers for 3 to 6 months.
Oh, actually, that's not really hemorrhaging viewers. That's hemorrhaging gains. So, you want to see what hemorrhaging viewers looks like? Hang on. Let me give you a seat. Let me pull you up another seat here. Why is fucking Social Blade not? Prick. Yo. Hell yeah. Get him out. Listen, by the way, I don't feel like this is a loss in the slightest. Fuck these fucking idiots. But you want to see a hemorrhaging. There's a good old fashioned boof. I'm surprised there wasn't more, to be honest. It probably would be more if I started uploading to this channel again. But damn. ContraPoints lost like well over 10k, didn't she? Obviously Ethan lost more. They were bigger channels, but 3,000? Yeah, it's not the biggest loss. I mean, that's a good old-fashioned hemorrhage right there. Boof. Get them out. I want more of them to leave. There are more of them there. They just haven't remembered to unsubscribe. What caused it? It was after Hassan started amplifying all the Bad Empanada shit. And then these people were suddenly like, oh no. This guy thinks this war crime might not have been ordered by the Israeli government. Oh no. Damn. Okay, I guess we'll just and I heard it from someone who thinks that like that every Israeli is a military target. Sorry, every Israeli Jew. Okay, let's go. Jump ship.
Over arguing that exact position, but somehow they have found a way to just manufacture this desperate smear.
To be honest, I'm glad that this happened because I've seen his nature, you know what I mean? Because he's clearly malicious now.
It just seems very bizarre that Augie was trying to get both Kuihman and WillyMac on stream for a debate.
But I think it's clear that Willy will get very nasty with you if you perturb him in any sort of way.
Now all of a sudden, Kuihman's a terrible doxing guy.
But, you know, he has shown that he's capable of doing this really to anyone. that upsets him.
So ask yourself, why is it that Willy only engages with a single clip where he can cry victim in a completely incoherent way with the rest of the arguments in the video about doxing and his wedding and his bride? Why is it that that is the only thing Willy engages with? I think the answer's pretty obvious.
Kuihman is literally the Chad emote. I think that's taken it a bit too far, isn't it? He's like, he's not. He's like in another life he'd be in a boy band, right? Like, is that not more? Like, what's that show that didn't, like, One Direction? Didn't they go on a show? Whatever the fuck that was. Okay.
I think the answer's pretty clear.
Wait, what? Oh wait, the trailer's over. The trailer's done.
I think we should get
Young
straight
Bob Dylan. Yeah, maybe.
into this. I think we should start talking about this. So,
Okay. Yes, we will start talking about it after the 15-minute trailer. Okay. Looks like WillyMac definitely abused that clip and has so far not displayed evidence of Kuihman's connection to the wedding doxing. Okay. Oh, you've said that will make a number of people turn on you. No. Wait, what? What have I said that would make people turn on me? Is there more I can say that can make people turn on me? No way. Chance of a million. Why are all the streamers in your chat? Because I'm covering big streamer stuff, apparently. I guess that's why. I don't know. Don't miss for the forest for the trees, guys. Because for one, you've got... Because for one, you've got a literal fucking terrorist putting a target on the back of a Jew. Standard. And the other, you've got... we might potentially be deprived of the... they're going to have to find another fourth Jonas brother. Is that... These are both really, really egregious. These are both like very, very fucking insane fucking oversteps, not acceptable, etc. Like that's the main takeaway I got from all that, both of those videos. One is seemingly more funny and you can joke about it. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Because I've never in my life joked about Bad Empanada's doxing stuff, have I? There we go. Look, okay, here we've got the twink bastard child of Chad Logic, and his fair features are under severe threat. And we've also got the fucking human catheter bag and his army of bedroom cumsock revolutionaries, one of whom might actually muster the energy that day to get out and shoot a Zionist. And that's quite bad. That it? That good? Whew. But yeah, shit's quite wild out there. I feel like it hasn't really... It's ironic because a lot of it hasn't actually reached me that recently. I feel like I've been left alone for the most part. I don't know why. But yeah, it's all good. Not complaining. Ooh. Mina, thanks for the tier 4 sub. That's so generous of you. God, for 15 months. Shit. The transition from poll to IRL suits you. Well, thank you so much. It's very encouraging. I might do more of it. Uber, thanks for the $5. Loaner box reloaded. Well, true. YOLO swag, thanks for $9.99. Buy a puka shell necklace with my dono. What the fuck is that? What? Kazippy is mad about both sidesing. It's why I don't trust any of you, okay? Maybe there's like extra layers to this drama that I haven't got a fucking hold of. I'm sorry. If you don't think the worst offender in this whole fucking sphere is Bad Empanada, you're a fucking retard, okay? That's it.